On episode 4, we introduce the quick list, Connor takes us back 10 years, we discuss 3D Mario games, and we find out who would win in a fight. My name is Brian, and you're listening to Dragon Power.
So Dune sucks.
Dune does suck. Oh my gosh, does the movie Dune suck?
That is a terrible movie. I was talking to my parents today. I was like, yeah, it's like, oh, what'd you do at Brian's? I was like, oh, I watched Dune and Tiny A. They're like, is that the movie Dune? They're like, yeah. It's like, I saw that in theaters, and that was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. And I was like, I'm glad we can agree on something.
That's perfect. Yeah, because literally it was horrid. I got so discouraged and miserably bored, like, I think it was like 35, 40 minutes into it.
Yeah.
That I just hopped on my computer while the rest of y'all like kept watching the movie. I was like, I'm going to put the new Dream Theater record on my iPod. I'm going to watch the new Killswitch Engage single video.
Oh, they have a new single up?
Yeah, dude, it's dope.
Okay.
It sounds awesome. I love the fact that they have Jesse Leach back.
I know who that is.
I like him. Well, he was their original singer.
Okay.
He left the band and then they got Howard.
Okay.
And he was with them for like the majority of their career. Like he was the guy who did like the End of Heartache and stuff with them.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And then he left and they were in the process of finding a new vocalist, and their original vocalist was like, can I audition? And they were like, well, you're going to have to actually audition because we don't know if you are the voice. And he auditioned and they were like, oh, okay, yeah, it's perfect. Okay. So
I have this bad habit of I know bands, but like I don't know who's in them. And people are like, how do you not know this? And it's like,
I'm a huge nerd when it comes to stuff like that. I'm like, oh, back in 1979, the band Boston was blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
I'm just like, I like Peace of Mind. That's a good song.
Because of music when it happens on the song.
I could play that on Guitar.
Guitar.
The
Git fiddle.
That's actually one of the first songs I learned to play guitar.
Hey, everyone.
Hey. Whoops.
How's it going?
Where did you guys come from?
Where did you coming from? We not even see you there.
Podcast time.
Podcast make voice sounds.
All right.
What's that, man?
So, we're Dragon Power.
Hey, what's going on? I'm Brian.
I'm Connor.
And, we're on episode 4, baby.
We have a podcast, and you're hopefully listening to it if you're listening right now.
If you're not, then it really doesn't matter what we say.
Thanks for clicking on it. Yeah. Sure. All right.
Exactly.
So, Brian, what did you do with your week?
What did I do with my week? Well, let's see. I had a pretty casual week, playing some games, doing some stuff.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And then Wednesday night, I was playing some games, just relaxing. My throat started to hurt just a little bit, so I decided I'm going to go to bed. I got work in the morning. I fell asleep for about, 30 minutes, and I woke up and my throat was the most swollen it's ever been. I felt achy all over. I was hot. I was miserable. I was like, oh man, this sucks. And I stayed awake all night that night because I could not sleep because I was just so miserable. And I woke up the next day, called into work sick, of course. And I was like, man, this just seems like strep throat. So I had Connor.
Me?
Yep. Take me to the emergency room because I was like, I could barely stand. It was this is the sickest I've ever been in my life. And we go to the emergency room. Long story short, they take my vitals. They say I have 102.6.
330.
Yeah, it was 102.6 degree fever, and my heart rate was like at 140, 150 or something like that. Just gnarly stuff. Plus, I was all jacked up. So they make me wait. After that, they make me wait 2 hours to go in. I go in, and the lady's like, what are we seeing you for? And I'm like, I'm dying.
I'm dying.
I was like, my throat is killing me. My body's achy. I have 102.6 degree fever. She's like, okay, who told you that? I was like, you're a nurse. You're a freaking nurse who took my vitals.
Who works here.
And she goes, okay, well, I think you're going to be fine. So let's just go ahead and get you a penicillin shot, and we'll send you on your way. I was like, is that going to take care of everything? Because I feel like that's just going to like help with the throat. And she's like, you'll be fine. So do that. Connor and I go to the pharmacy. I'm still feeling like death. We're waiting there for like a half hour for my meds to get
Brian's just a zombie. He's just zombieing his way down the halls.
Connor just kept laughing at me because I just like couldn't keep my head up. I looked like a toddler who just like my head was too big for my muscles.
I can make a joke. He'd be like, ugh. And just go back to sleep.
And then this nurse comes running up. And she goes, Mr. McClellan, and says my last name, horrid. And then she goes, you need to go back. And I was like, oh, good.
Oh.
This is exciting. Okay. Good thing I didn't leave, right?
Mm.
So they admitted me. And I actually was like in a room with a bed. And they hooked me up with all these IVs. And they were like, the doctor comes in and we're like, we're pretty sure you either have pneumonia or mono. I was like,
ooh, that's a combo.
That's way different. But it turns out that I was extremely dehydrated and I had a case of strep throat. Like, it was like if strep throat was about to lose its like infection credentials, and it had one chance to prove itself as like a devastating infection, and like I was its last shot. That's how bad it was. So it like went full bore into me and just destroyed my body.
So what it is like you're beating the final boss, and then he has a 1 life bar left, and he's like, "Hey, wait!" And then he gets like 7 more health bars. You're like, "Oh, that was strep throat."
Yeah, pretty much.
And he doubles his attack power, and you're like, "I have 1 pip of health left."
Yep.
That was Brian.
Then, other than that, watched Dune and Titan AE with you and the other guys from the Brucify crew. So
okay. All right.
What'd you do, man?
Cool. So I played a couple games. Played more Assassin's Creed 4 because that game's great. Not gonna talk more about that because that game's like 2 years old at this point.
Still good.
Still
Game.
Great. Played some more Fallout. I was talking about that. There's spoilers. I'm not gonna say any of them, but me and Brian were talking about spoilers earlier. It's awesome.
Yeah.
You're in a wasteland. Spoilers.
What?
Right.
What?
And I actually,
dude, I'm only like 30 hours into that game. You're telling me there's a wasteland or something?
All I did was make my character, and I was in like a neighborhood, dude. I played some more Smash. We'll talk about that next week, actually, because there's some important news coming up. And I played some more MKX. I played a little bit of MKX, trying to dethrone Brian, which may not happen for a couple years.
I can see. I could see in your eyes like you had this burning desire to make it happen.
It's gonna happen one day, because you don't care enough, and I really care a lot.
Oh no, I care enough when it comes to Mortal Kombat.
Right.
I don't care enough when it comes to
it's Smash. You're like, I'm playing Ryu.
I'm like, sweet. Oh, I got beat. Okay, cool. But MKX, I take it pretty serious.
All I want to do is just give you a run for your money, because right now you're just biting me. And I've like, oh, I got a combo in. And you're like, oh, okay. And you're just combing me 0 to death. And I was like,
Yeah, well.
And then, let's see. I watched some X-Files. It was good. I watched Dune.
Did you?
Did I?
How was it? That good, huh?
I watched some Kung Fury, which is
I love it. That is the best 30 minutes anyone can spend.
So that's like my favorite like era of just whatever.
Yeah.
Just like
80s.
fast synth music of 80s, like 1985 Miami.
So
like
good.
Vice City is amazing. I wish more video games took place in like the 80s of Miami or like New York or LA.
Absolutely. I showed Kung Fury to my brother over Christmas break, and he was pretty skeptical to watch it because he doesn't like wasting his time on bad videos and stuff. I was like, no, dude, just trust me.
Come on.
He loved it. So
good. Hope they make a sequel. Did they make a video game of that? I feel like they did.
They did. It's like a side scroller beat 'em up.
Is it good?
It's like $2. Yeah, it's fun.
What's it on?
It's not like I've only seen it on Steam. I don't know if it's on PS3 or something else, but
I might pick it up. But that'd be an awesome game to play.
Sure.
Other than that, nothing much.
Not much else?
I didn't go to the ER this week.
Oh, well, you did.
Well, I did, but I wasn't admitted.
You were my support.
I guess I can add Hearthstone because I played like 3 hours worth of Hearthstone while I was waiting for Brian.
And as I'm slipping in and out of consciousness, I'm hearing Connor like yell at people he's playing on Hearthstone. He's like, "Oh, dude, this idiot!"
Like,
and I'm just like, "I can't breathe."
I was like, "Dude, this guy. Do you see this guy?" He's like,
It was really
yeah,
cool.
that's right, dude. Anyway,
all right, cool.
That was my week.
So we're gonna do something new this week. Kind of a fun little concept here. We're gonna do something we're calling the quick list.
Quick.
Oh man, I was ready for like an intro song. Like
quick
list.
No, just quick.
Oh, just
no,
quick. Okay. This week's quick list is going to be our favorite 8-bit and 16-bit gaming songs.
18-bit.
Yeah. it's the generation right after the Super Nintendo.
It's like really like it's weird.
It's like super underground, bro. You probably haven't even heard of it. But yeah, so let's go ahead and rattle these off real quick. We won't discuss these too long. Just
okay.
list of 5. So go ahead, Connor.
All right, so my list of 5 is I'll start from the bottom. I cheated and put the Mortal Kombat theme, like the dance music.
That's awesome. That's
fun.
not cheating. That's amazing.
Yeah. So, and then I put Wily theme.
The number 4, the Wily theme?
Yeah, the Mega Man 2.
Mega
Man 2, yeah.
Oh, no, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's so good. And then I put Guile's theme from Street Fighter 2.
Guile's theme. Did you know that it goes with everything?
Yeah, dude. Really?
I read that on the internet once.
And then Star music from Mario. Like, I will hum that.
That's a solid choice.
And then my number 1 is Corneria. Like do do da do do da do do da do do da da do do. Like I love Corneria is like I think it might be my favorite video game song.
I love that song.
So good.
That's really good. All right, cool. All right, my list. Number 5, I put Climactic Battle from Turtles in Time.
Forgot about that.
That's the boss music in Turtles in Time. It's just so driving and it just pumps me up. Let's see. Number 4, I put Corneria. I actually have that as a ringtone. I absolutely love that song.
I used to have it as a ringtone too.
So good. Number 3, I had The Moon from DuckTales.
Okay.
So that's my only 8-bit choice.
Wow, that's really close to Corneria now that I think about it.
And then let's see. Number 2, Aquatic Ambience from Donkey Kong Country. Underwater. Oh my gosh. I love that song so much.
Gives me goosebumps.
I want that song to be just playing all day while I'm just living and doing stuff. And the number 1, no surprise, the theme of Simon Belmont from Super Castlevania 4.
I knew you were gonna do that, so I did put it on my list.
That's awesome. I love that
so
song
good.
Quite a bit. So sweet. That was the quick list for this week.
That was quick. All right.
Yep. So quick. All right. Next segment. It's February.
Yep. First,
which means
February.
We get to go on a journey with Connor
back into the time of 2006, where I was 11.
Oh my!
No, I was 10.
When you say stop it, you hate it. All right, so let's go into this month, a decade ago.
So I was in 5th grade. Anyway,
oh my gosh,
or 6th grade, I can't remember. Anyway, so there's actually not a lot that happened, surprisingly.
That's good.
So I tried to dig up what I could. But so first off, we got Ubisoft to publish RE4, Onimusha 3, and DMC 3 on PC.
Oh snap!
I saw Brian's face like, huh.
No, that's legit.
And going along with the RE4 theme, Capcom announces that RE4 has sold 3 million copies.
That's legit.
The game had been out for 2 years.
I love that game.
That's good.
That's such a good game. I remember playing the demo for that game at an EB Games.
Oh yeah, I had one of those.
And I just remember it's like, oh, have you tried the new Resident Evil game? I was like, there's a new Resident Evil. Resident Evil is probably my all-time favorite video game franchise.
Okay.
Mortal Kombat, close second.
Okay.
But I picked it up. I had the GameCube controller. I just remember aiming and having the red laser sight and just being like, what? I can do headshots whenever I want. My girlfriend at the time was just like, oh, yeah, this looks pretty cool.
That looks, there's zombies. Like, they're not zombies.
No,
they're Ganados.
She was a gamer.
Oh, okay.
She understood. She knew what was up. So, but yeah, that's cool.
Thanks for ruining my joke.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Ruining your stereotype. Sorry, bro.
Anyway, so Microsoft announces that Halo 2 will be released on Windows Vista.
Oh my gosh.
So I remember that being a big deal because I knew a lot of people who played a lot of Halo 2. And they're like, yeah, it's on PC.
Windows Vista is trash. It was trash. It was seriously like the worst operating system I've ever had. Windows 8 is not very good, but Windows Vista was a travesty. Sorry, that's all I wanted to say.
I was a Mac kid, so I was like...
So you didn't have to deal with it.
So I was like, I can't play anything, but my computer works, so...
Yay!
Woo! And then Ralph Baer, B-A-E-R, the inventor of Pong, received the National Medal of Technology Award for commercializing video games.
That is legit.
So I was like, oh, that's cool. That's actually news that's interesting to people.
I love that dude, and I didn't even know I loved that
Yeah, like
dude.
Ralphie?
Yeah,
Ralph. I love
Ralph.
I hang
Ralph's
out with
our
him
homie,
all
bro.
the time. What's up, Mr. Bear?
Bear, Ralph,
Bear.
our bear.
Yeah. And then MLG announces that it has secured an investment of $10 million.
Ooh, that was a big deal back then.
Yep, MLG was just getting off the ground at that point, I believe.
So that was huge. I wonder what games they were playing back then.
I know Melee was one of them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Before they kicked it off.
Was Halo part of
I
that?
think Halo was.
Because I remember the Halo, like the boom of Halo 2 multiplayer was like insane.
I want to say like Halo 2. I don't know. I know Melee was on. I'm sure there's some maybe Third Strike maybe.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I love me some Third Strike.
Yeah. So
I wish I was better at Third Strike.
I've
That's
heard
one of
it's
those-
one of the hardest games to get into,
Yeah.
and I was like, I bought it a while ago. It was like before I really got into like fighting games. I was like 16. I was like, oh, it's on Xbox Live. I was like, I'll play it. Like, I like fighting games. I played Street Fighter in my doctor's office. I was like, okay. And then I jumped online. I was like, I'll pick Ryu. And then I was like,
Did you get bodied?
this dude got a perfect, like double perfect on me. I was
yeah.
like, okay, that's enough.
That's how that game works, man. Like, I have some friends back in California, one of which is part of the MultiTap crew.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable at that game. I love watching them play Third Strike because I'm just like, I just don't understand how you're doing all this stuff. But that's cool, man.
Yeah.
All right. What's next?
That's actually it for all events. It was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I got some games up.
Ooh, some releases?
It's pretty bare, but there's
That's
there's some good ones in here. I picked the ones that we would like
Sure.
or that we would have an interest in. So Street Fighter Alpha 3 Max,
Oh, man. Was that for PSP?
PSP, February 7th.
That was one of the coolest. I just remember picking it up. I actually picked it up for the first time on PSP in 2008, so it was pretty
Okay.
late. I just remember loving that game. I was like, oh, so many characters and blah blah blah. But it was funny because on the PSP screen, they hadn't figured out how to like actually adjust for the resolution.
Yeah.
So everything was like smushed or like stretched kind of. So it didn't look super good, but still played amazing.
Like, that's not what Ryu looks like. Then we have Resident Evil Deadly Silence for the DS.
Oh, okay.
Did you ever play that?
Wait. Oh,
Deadly Silence. I remember reading something about this in Game Informer. A
Yeah.
while ago.
No, I played it once. It was okay.
Okay.
I just remember being like, wait, they put a Resident Evil game on a handheld?
Yeah. Back when, why would you put a first-person shooter on a handheld? Back in the day where it's like,
It's like that Metroid Prime game that
yeah,
they
that
put
game
on
was
DS.
Metroid Hunters. That was actually pretty good.
Was it? I never played it, but I figured it would just been hard to play.
A lot
on
of people
the
like
DS.
it. It just looks terrible.
Well, yeah.
It's just like, it's barely holding itself together.
It's like
it
original
seems.
DS hardware is not going to be super powerful.
I never played that game, but I remember people really liking it. I had like a multiplayer in it. It was really
Yeah.
good. Next up, we got Star Wars Empire at War, released on the PC.
Okay.
I think it's an MMO.
Star Wars
not much more about
Empire
that.
at War.
Yeah, I don't remember it. I think you would know. I thought you would know about it.
Nope.
Okay.
It doesn't ring a bell.
Never
for
mind.
me.
So next up is a game that's near and dear to my heart. So back when I was an 11-year-old kid, Sonic Riders came out February 21st, and I was like, this game is awesome. And I didn't even think about why Sonic wasn't running around.
Okay.
I was like, this game's awesome because Sonic's on a
Wait.
hoverboard.
Oh, that's the hoverboard game.
It's actually pretty good.
Okay.
I love Sonic.
Are you sure it's good?
Dude, it's good.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Hey, Connor, are you sure?
Yeah, we'll play it. I know it's good.
Okay.
Trust me. I
All
know.
right.
I put a lot of hours in that game.
I'll give it a whirl, man. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, but
I need
the
to buy
Sonic
it.
name is tainted,
I need
bro.
to buy it. I know. I keep holding on for hope. I was like, yeah, dude, Sonic Boom's going to be the one.
You just got to go back and play some Genesis Sonic games.
I do. I still have the Mega Collection.
That's awesome.
Like the on GameCube. That's how I played all those. They're so good.
Yeah, they are.
Then I like the Adventure series a lot.
Yeah, I like the. I really liked Sonic Adventure 1. That was actually one of the first games I got with my Dreamcast
Okay.
when it first came out. Man,
That
it was
game's good.
so awesome.
There's like Sonic Adventure 1 does it better. Because like there's more fun segments in that. Sonic Adventure 2, like the Knuckles and Tails segments, they're all right.
Yeah.
But like there's more better characters in Sonic Adventure 1. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm the weird person who likes the Big the Cat segments because I was like, yeah, fishing games.
Oh, okay.
So
I remember doing fishing with Big the Cat.
Dude, I love fishing mini games.
We were actually just talking about that.
Yeah, we're
this
talking
morning.
about
All
it
right.
yesterday, or I guess it was this morning. Wow. All right.
That was super off topic. Let's go.
Yeah. Next up, we have Final Fight Streetwise. Yeah. For PS2 and Xbox. February 28th.
Final Fight, man. Final Fight's one of my favorite arcade games, and I would say it's probably like my second favorite side scroller beat 'em up on the Super Nintendo.
Okay. I never really played them, but
We should play them one of these
Okay,
days. It's
sure.
fun. I mean, it's just a good old romp.
I mean, I love beat 'em ups.
beat 'em up bad guys.
Is that the guy where Hagar's from?
Yes.
I love Hagar. I love his design.
I've actually, at work in my cubicle, I've got a picture that somebody drew online. I just thought it was brilliant. I printed it out. It's a picture of Hagar pile driving Galactus.
Okay.
And
I can get behind that.
Hagar's about the size of literally like a tick. If there was like a tick on your body, Like, that's how the proportion is. He's like that small compared to Galactus, but Galactus is upside down, and he's all like limp and like like being devastated and being manhandled by Hagar. He's like, oh, I can't handle it. It's such a funny picture, man.
I love it. But that's it. That wraps up this month a decade ago.
Wow.
Very sparse this time.
February
was a couple good ones, but like, there wasn't fighting game February. I don't know. There was a couple. There's Street Fighter and Final Fight, if you want to count that as a fighting game.
Well, no, it's not.
Okay.
They actually redeemed several of the Final Fight characters by putting them in fighting games. Like Hagar ended up in Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Oh, that's awesome. I think that's where I know him from, because I remember being like, that guy's cool.
Yeah, and Cody and Guy both ended up in the Street Fighter series. And it's funny because, sorry, off topic really quick before we go to the next segment. This is just one of the funniest things ever. Cody's backstory. So in the first Final Fight, it's like Jessica gets kidnapped, Cody, her boyfriend, Hagar, her dad, and Guy, her boyfriend's friend, all go to save her. And they do that by literally punching everyone they see in the street.
I love it.
Until they get to her. And then they save her. And then the ending of Final Fight is she comes running up. She's like, where are you going, Cody? And he's like, I want to stay here with you, Jessica, but I can't. Not while evil still stalks the streets. And she's like, oh, Cody. And then the kiss, and that's the end of the game. So you're like, okay, cheesy 80s ending. Right, perfect. Cool. Sounds good. I saw Cody in the first Street Fighter pics, and he was wearing a jailhouse uniform.
Yeah.
And I was like, why? And it turns out, like, long story short, too long didn't read, Cody just went crazy and just started hitting everyone. like the crime rate was like getting too low or something, so he just started beating up everyone, and so they threw him in jail. So like that is Cody's. That's why Cody's a jailbird in Street Fighter.
It's just the natural progression of a beat 'em up character. You're like, there's not enough people for me to hit, so I just beat up everyone.
Like hello, young man. He's like.
I'm getting really lightheaded. That is amazing.
That's one of my favorite backstories of all time. So,
all right, I got some blood flowing in my brain.
You good?
I'm starting to get spots. But
anyway. All right, you breathe a little bit, and I'll get us into the next segment here. So, for our meat and potatoes segment, we are going to go ahead and talk about 3D Mario games, because with Mario Maker having come out recently, everybody has been just going full bore into the old school side scroller Mario style game, and I just figured, hey, let's talk about the 3D Mario games,
not the 2D ones,
not the 2D
the exact
ones.
opposite of what we just mentioned.
Anyway, so yeah, let's talk about those.
So, I had a couple questions.
Our favorites. And
I had a couple questions.
Okay.
We're gonna keep it kind of casual.
Sure. Yeah. Games. Discussion style.
So, overall, what's your favorite 3D Mario game, Brian?
My overall favorite 3D Mario, realistically, is Super Mario 3D World for the Wii U. I played Super Mario 3D Land on the 3DS, and I really enjoyed it. So I knew I would enjoy this one, but they went crazy with this game. I don't know if you played it. It's unbelievable. Like, every level is different. Every world is different. There's just so much to do.
Okay.
It's one of the first Mario games that, like, I want to go out of my way to collect everything.
Wow, that's pretty rare.
It's a blast. Yeah. And however, playing that game multiplayer with people who don't care is a nightmare.
I'd be the guy who'd be like, I'm gonna throw you off the cliff.
Well, no, that's fine if you want to like fight and battle and stuff. But like, I was playing when I had my Wii U. I was playing with some of my friends, Rocky, John, and Seabass. What's up, guys? If you're listening.
I know those people.
And I was like, hey, let's play this together, and it will be fun. Seabass didn't quite grasp the concept that we were all trying to work together and just blasted past everybody and was just like, I'm going to win. I was like, Seabass, come back. He's like, screw you guys.
No.
So it was chaos. And it was just trying. I just felt less like I was playing a game and like I was like herding sheep. I'm like, guys, over here, John, get down from Rocky, over here.
No, don't climb. That's the wrong. Oh, you fell off the cliff, dude. Come on.
And they're all just laughing at me because I'm like, guys, seriously. So, but that game's awesome, man. Cool. We should try it at some point.
We'll play it. We'll do co-op. I'll actually try.
Perfect.
Can I play as Luigi?
You can.
Can I play as Waluigi?
No, nobody wants that. All right.
I love Waluigi.
So, in going with that, what's your favorite, man?
Waluigi. Anyway,
I didn't say what's the worst Mario character
Mario
ever.
Tennis, because I can play as Waluigi. Mario Kart, the new one, because I can play as Waluigi.
Dude, you're the worst. Stop it.
No, my actual favorite is Super Mario Sunshine. That game just makes me feel good.
That
dude.
game's solid.
And it's just like, I like to pop it in on cold days and just be like, yeah, I'm on the beach, I'm swimming around. It's nice.
I love. It's funny. I think it's the most underrated one out of all of them.
I love that game, dude. I really hope they make a sequel or they do like an HD remaster on the Wii. Dude, the water would look
that would be amazing.
amazing.
Oh, that would be super cool.
I love that game, dude.
I mean,
so
who
much.
knows? I don't know, man. Like, they've been doing the HD remasters of like the Zelda games.
GameCube games.
So, why not?
Cool.
Why not? I say.
I think they'll probably do 64 first, and then they'll do Sunshine.
You know what's cool? I don't know if you saw this. It's not official by any means, but somebody did Mario 64 in the Unreal 4 engine.
Someone did that with Ocarina of Time, too.
That's awesome. And it looked unbelievable. Yeah. I was like, yeah, dude, I would play the crap out of that.
All these old remakes. You guys get, here's my obligatory Metal Gear reference. You get the Shadow Moses thing that's coming out we mentioned the other day. We got Mario, we got Zelda. Like, that's awesome. Like, I love these just spontaneous Unreal 4 like remakes that we got going on.
See, here's there are people out there who are just like they're like, quit remaking old games, focus on new games. And it's like, why? So you can just complain about the new games? It's like nobody, you guys are never going to be happy.
Here's what's gonna happen. All right, so Zelda Twilight Princess HD is gonna come and be like, why are you remaking this old game? I want the new game. And then the new Zelda's gonna come out like, why is this more like the old games?
Yeah, exactly.
Be like, okay, you guys need to shut up.
It's like, shut up and play video games.
Like any kind of Zelda game, except for Triforce Heroes, I would just be like, yeah.
But you know what's funny? Apparently, Triforce Heroes is awesome.
I know it's good, but I know what it is. Okay, so what?
So it's not something you prefer. Like,
it's not something I prefer.
It's not your style of Zelda game, and that's totally legit.
I don't want to play. I want to play Zelda by myself. Like that makes sense. Just how it is. But like, see what Nintendo's been doing in recent years. Back between Pokemon Ruby and Pokemon or Pokemon like that era, like Gen 3 and Gen 4, they released Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, which everyone's like, oh yeah, this can buy time until the next Pokemon game's out. But they're doing that with everything. They're doing it with Metroid. They're doing it with Zelda.
Yeah.
So it's like I see through their ruse now.
They did that actually with Mario as well. Apparently, according to some other people that I've heard, Mario Tennis Ultra Smash or whatnot is literally like the embodiment of them being like, we need to fill a release slot with something here, Mario Tennis.
It's like, okay.
Go.
Okay.
So anyway, back to Mario. So what's your second favorite, man?
Ooh, that's hard. I think Galaxy. First Galaxy.
Okay.
Super Mario Galaxy.
Yeah, I've got my list of 5 here. We do lots of lists on here, and
yeah.
I feel like we
should have a list of our top 10 lists.
Like the list cast.
Well, it's not too many lists. Like, this is more casual.
Sure, and that's fine. I mean, like, okay, I'm just gonna rattle off in order, like my favorites.
All your favorites? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So number 1, like I said, is Mario 3D World. And my second favorite is Mario 64.
Okay.
Because it just had the biggest impact on me.
Oh yeah.
I had never seen anything like it at the time, and it just blew my mind. It was at my older brother was over at his friend's house, and his friend had a Nintendo 64, and we didn't have one.
Okay.
And it was one of the very few times that my brother's friend was like, yes, your little brother can come hang out too. And I'm like, yay.
Yay.
And they were playing Mario 64, and I was just like frozen in
like,
awe. Just like, what is happening? What is this glorious magic?
I remember hearing stories when that game came out that people got nauseous because they weren't used to it. Like, they weren't used to like 3D space moving around in like a 2D environment.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I believe that. I believe that very much so. But yeah, that game's amazing. And then third, I had the first Mario Galaxy.
Okay.
That game just had so much to it. I was just, my mind was blown because it was like, yeah, the Wii was by far the least powerful console of that generation.
It's just a souped up
by
GameCube.
a long shot. Yeah, and
that's all it is.
But that game, like, really showed that it was kind of a little bitty powerhouse, man. It was great. That game is awesome.
You can cheat so hard with cell shading.
Yeah.
Like, like you can go back and play Wind Waker, and it's just like, oh, this game still looks good. Like, you can cheat super hard, and that's that's why the newer Zeldas, they have like that cell shading feel to it. It's like. I prefer the realistic, like Twilight Princess feel, but you know.
I'm really excited to go through Twilight Princess with the remake.
Remake? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the first real Zelda game that I actually enjoyed a lot.
Okay.
I had it for the Wii, But I'd rather have it GameCube style.
You need to play it on. I got it on GameCube. I have both, and I've never beaten the Wii version, but I've beaten the GameCube one multiple times.
Yeah, I prefer to press a button to attack rather than waggle my wrist.
You'd be like, waggle. I want to get that because of the amiibo, but I'll probably.
Oh, does it come with an amiibo? Oh, cool.
Comes with the Wolf-Link amiibo. Dude, I love amiibos.
I refuse to spend $12.
They are crack.
Tiny little.
They are just like addicting, and it's not fun.
And then fourth, I had Mario Sunshine.
Okay.
That's not to say just because it's fourth that I like don't like it.
That's fine.
This is like ranking 5 unbelievable games.
Yeah.
And then my least favorite was, which most people consider like the best of the best, is Mario Galaxy 2.
Okay.
It just didn't sink. It just didn't hit me the way the first Mario Galaxy did.
Galaxy 1, I always like better, but Galaxy 2 is really fun. It feels like a DLC.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
It just feels like more of the same. You're like, oh, this is cool. I can do with more doubles.
That's awesome.
Mine are probably Mario Sunshine's first, Galaxy, and then I never played 64 as a kid.
Oh, okay.
I've played it in recent years. Like I have an N64 and like a bunch of. I don't even have a card of it.
Okay.
But like I'll probably get it eventually. But like it never hit me. Like I played it in like doctor's offices and whatever.
Sure.
But it was fun. But like Mario Sunshine was the first real game I beat.
Okay.
Like I ever like it was really hard, and the first game I ever really tried to beat. And I remember like I was like 8. And
Okay.
I remember I was like, oh, I beat Mario Sunshine. My parents were like, woo, good for you, Connor. And then like along with that, I think that's actually, that's like the first real game I beat.
Okay.
Like I mean I can count like Pokemon. I can't count Pokemon. I didn't beat that till later. But like I had a bunch of Game Boy games that didn't really feel like I would beat them. But like this first game, I really felt like, dude, video games are awesome.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah, it's just so good. And I'll still go back and play that game. It's so good. And then I said Galaxy, which was fun. It's a different feel. They all have different feels, which is what I love about Mario, is that they each have a different theme to them.
Yes.
And then I don't know if I have a third.
Okay, then that's fine.
So I'll just have 2.
So let me ask you then, how do you feel about before we move on here real quick, how do you feel about like the new Super Mario Brothers games, like the 2.5D
the
games?
Wii stuff? They're fine. I don't have no problem with them.
Okay. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the style. For some reason, it might control the exact same as like 2D games.
It's a bit different.
But it doesn't feel as good. It doesn't feel like I have as much control over Mario as like if I'm playing Mario 3 on the NES.
Okay. Yeah, Mario World, if we're ranking all of the Mario games, Mario World's definitely up there for me.
Oh, like Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo?
Yeah, because that game is amazing.
That game, that's my favorite Super Mario game of all time.
I actually have a card of that. I'm really happy.
I do too.
I
have a standalone cart, and then I have a copy of Mario All-Stars that has that on it as well.
I have just the World, and then I have a standalone of the cart. Like I don't have them. I had an opportunity to buy the cart of Super Mario World and that, and I should have done that, but whatever.
It's actually, apparently it's pretty rare.
It's pretty rare, and that's why I should have got it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But cool, man.
All right, so I had a couple more questions.
Okay, yeah.
So what is your favorite memory from a Mario game?
Okay, my favorite memory from a Mario game, any Mario game or the 3D Mario
3D
games?
Marios.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's a toughie.
Take your time.
Let's see.
I already kind of told mine through the Super Mario Sunshine is the first real game I beat.
Okay, you know what? For me, it was actually taking the time to go out and get all 120 stars in Super Mario 64.
Okay.
First time I had ever I get quote unquote 100% of the game.
Okay.
And I got to go up and see Yoshi on the roof and stuff. It was really cool.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's
awesome.
My favorite memory there.
All right. What's your least favorite 3D Mario?
My least favorite 3D Mario? Oh, I said that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh,
Galaxy 2.
Galaxy. Okay. Oh, I thought that you said that was your favorite.
No. Super Mario 3. I went from first to worst.
Gotcha.
So 5 Galaxy 2, 4 Mario Sunshine, 3 Mario Galaxy, 2 Mario 64, 1 Mario 3D.
Okay, I think I'll go with that. I'll agree with that. I like it.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, here's 5 gold bars. Which is your least favorite? Like that one's not as shiny as the other one. So
pretty much. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. So that's Mario.
Yeah.
I don't play Mario games as much as I used to. I used to love Mario games. They're just, I don't know. I have so many other games, but I should get back and play them every once in a while.
Yeah.
Because it's just fun.
Cool. All right. Well.
Yeah.
That's it for our Mario talk. Woohoo! Okay. So
Wow.
stop it. Nobody likes
I
that.
love Waluigi, dude.
All right, so we're gonna get into the news now. So let's make it happen.
All right, what you got for me, B-Man?
All right.
Biggity B-Man.
So first and foremost, kind of wanted to bring this up because I thought this was awesome. I wanted to tell you this last night so bad, but I was like, I'm gonna save it for the podcast.
Okay.
So season 3 of Killer Instinct has been announced.
Okay.
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 They just announced Kim Woo as one of the characters. I was like, oh, okay, that's
Is that
cool.
Liu Kang?
No, it is not. Not even close.
Oh.
And
don't know.
then Rash from Battletoads, which they had as like a quick one-off thing, and then they took him down. I was like, why? Why is that? But they're like, nah, I'm just kidding. We're bringing him back as full-time character in season 3. I was like,
okay.
oh, all right, cool.
Thanks.
And then they just announced, I don't know how cool you'll think this is, but you can play as the Arbiter from Halo 2 in Killer Instinct.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
I think that's pretty dope.
That's a interesting choice,
That's
but
a
I'm
very-
totally down for that.
I would never have ever thought of that as being a choice.
I love these just random characters
Yeah,
in front of you.
I
Like,
mean-
hey, you want to play as Predator and MKX and the Arbiter? Or you're like, oh, I want to play as James Bond
Like,
and
why the heck
Street
not?
Fighter. Like,
Exactly.
sure.
So I thought that was pretty
Awesome. That's really cool. Is that all? Or are you going to read some
cool.
more
That's all they've announced so far for season 3.
Okay.
Is Kim Woo is the most recent one they announced.
What is Kim? I haven't seen
Or
it.
excuse me, no, Arbiter is the most recent one they
Okay.
announced.
What?
Kim Woo, I believe she was a character from Killer Instinct Gold, or
Okay.
technically Killer Instinct 2 in the arcades. I don't know a whole lot about her.
Me neither.
So-
I don't even know what she looks like. So I thought it was like, hey, it's Liu Kang.
Nope, it's Kim Woo, which is a totally different name.
Whatever.
And then let's see. Up next here, we've got Loot Crate. So you've heard of Loot Crate,
Yeah.
right? Pretty cool concept, nerdy stuff. They just announced a new box variant specifically geared towards gamers.
Okay.
So it's only gaming stuff instead of like, here's a gaming bit, here's like a
Pop
Walking
culture,
Dead thing,
yeah.
here's like a, this, that, and the other. It's all gaming. So I actually might look into that
Okay.
because I have some friends who do Loot Crate and they get some really cool stuff. And if they're doing all gaming stuff, I think I might be more interested
Okay.
in that.
They have a variant that's anime too.
Oh, that's cool.
Which I was like, but I'm such a weird anime fan because like I don't watch any of the new stuff. I'm like, I'm gonna go watch Berserk and Bebop again,
Yeah.
or Samurai Champloo, or
That's
anime,
how I am too.
anime that's 10 years old, and it's like people are like, have you seen this? I'm like, no. I'm like, have you seen this? But they're like, no, that's old. I'm like,
You're like, yeah, but it's
I'm such an
good.
anomaly.
Oldie and goodie. All right.
But
so
that's awesome. Loot
yeah,
Crate's-
I think I might check it out. So
okay.
let's see here. Street Fighter 5. Ooh, it's coming out in February.
2 weeks.
Just finished its final beta before release.
Okay. Cool.
So I got into the beta. I only played one of the betas. It was one of the earlier ones, and when I was able to actually connect to a game,
It's awesome.
awesome. Man, it was awesome.
I like.
It felt so good to play.
I like Ken's new design.
Me
Where
too.
Where he's like the half the.
He's a little more like
Robes.
aggressive feeling
Yeah.
too, rather than just being like him and Ryu just being like clones of each other.
Gotcha.
So I'm really excited that they kind of did a little more to differentiate the two characters.
Yeah, me and Brian are picking up fight sticks, and we're gonna play.
Oh,
that
I
game
can't wait,
super
man.
Hard.
Yeah,
I gotta.
I wanted to buy a fight stick last year, but then I was like, I'm just gonna wait for the Street Fighter 5 official
Yeah.
like tournament.
My
sticks,
birthday.
so
My birthday's in March, so I'll be like.
that's perfect
I'm
timing.
talking to my parents like, can we like split the cost of like a fight stick? 'Cause
Hey,
there's-
Mom and Dad, can you buy me a fight stick and my friend Brian a fight stick?
and they're like, I'll buy you one. I don't know about Brian.
They're like, I'll buy Brian
Be
one. I
like,
don't know about you.
You guys can share, right? Like,
I'll do the joystick. You press the buttons. Why are we losing all the time?
dude, I want to see like a tag team that does that.
That
Like,
would be
and like
awesome.
an Evo where they're like, it's 2 people. They're like, that'd be awesome. I don't know if it's legal, but who cares?
I don't know. I don't think people would complain because everybody would assume they'd be terrible.
Yeah, if they're good, it'd be like Pacific Rim where they're like, we're in Drift.
All right, Activision. They're currently working on a new Ghostbusters game. So
Okay.
there are no details whatsoever about it. It hasn't been announced as to whether or not the characters are going to be like the old school
Yeah.
original cast or if it's going to like coincide with the new all-female cast.
Oh, it's all female in the new one?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. I thought it
Yeah,
was just one.
dude. Oh my gosh. Some of the funniest women on the planet. Kristen Wiig and Kate McKinnon are 2 of my favorite female comedians of all time.
We'll have to go see it.
Yeah, I'll have to show you, I'll have to show you some stuff with them in it. They're brilliant.
Okay.
So that's cool. I don't know how interested in that. I'm going to be.
I'm not super interested.
I don't think there's ever been a Ghostbusters game that I was like happy to play.
So I
All right.
to sneak that in.
So Visceral Games, do you know that company?
Yes.
They made the Dead Space series.
Yes, I know that.
So they're working on a new Star Wars game.
Is it 3030 or whatever? 20?
No, you're thinking of 1313.
1313, yeah.
No. They just released an announcement saying it's still several years away from being from completion and development.
Okay.
So there's going to be no details on that whatsoever. But I'm like, I like Visceral Games. They do some good stuff.
It's been a while, other than Battlefront. It's been a while since we had a good Star Wars game.
Yeah.
Really, because we were like, Star Wars Connect, Star Wars Unleashed 2.
I still rock Super Return of the Jedi in my SNES sometimes.
Jedi Outcast 2 that's mine.
Yeah, I know.
It's my favorite. I love that game.
All right, and this is the big one for Connor. That's going to make him jump for glee. So the Nintendo NX is reportedly set to launch with a new Smash Brothers game.
It's not new, is what I read. It's a port.
Oh, so it'll just be a port of Smash 4?
It'll be like a definitive edition.
Huh.
That's what I think. I don't...
Because all the research I did and articles I read, everyone was saying a new Smash game.
Oh, it's going to be new? Because I read it was going to be a port. Dude.
Either way, I mean, like that's cool, but I would prefer it to be a new Smash game because then that just opens up a whole new world of possibilities for characters.
Woo! I'm really excited now.
And
like,
since
I just got goosebumps, and I get channel my inner Ric Flair.
They literally just announced the last character for Smash 4, and she's coming out on February 3rd, so there's no new Smash characters, there's no new DLC.
Outside of Corrin and Bayonetta?
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying there's someone new.
No, what I'm saying is there's no more DLC coming out for that game. Like,
gotcha.
It's done. It is as it is now. So the only thing left to do with the series is look into a new installment.
Which Sakurai would be like, I just get done. Right.
And Nintendo's just like, Sakurai.
Be like, you want to make a boatload of money again? And be like, but my heart. But my heart, though.
But I'm sick of fans telling me who to put in the game.
Maybe they should put them in the game.
All right.
Don't take Wolf out or Snake. Sorry.
So I thought this was really funny. Well, actually, I'll do this one first. So Nintendo is going to air a Pokemon commercial during the Super Bowl for the 20th anniversary.
Ooh.
I don't know what it's going to be for, but they're just going to be doing a Pokemon commercial.
I'll just watch it online later. I'm not going to watch the Super Bowl. But I'll be like, okay.
And then, speaking of Pokemon, this is my last news bit here. Have you heard, and don't say anything if you have you heard of the game Detective Pikachu?
I've heard a little bit about it.
Okay.
And I think I know what you're about to tell me.
So it's a...
I know exactly what you're about to tell me.
It's like a crime game starring Pikachu, and Pikachu is going to talk for the first time ever and say more than just his name.
I know what it is. Go.
Okay, so fans are petitioning pretty hard, actually. They're petitioning hard to have Pikachu be voiced by Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
And I could not be more on board with that idea.
I am absolutely all right with that.
Because why not? I mean, we've got a million games where Pikachu has the Pikachu voice.
Like Pikachu. Be like
I'm just
can't do it.
Danny DeVito just being like... Oh, you gotta pay the Poketoll to get into that Pokeball. Anyway, that's a reference you won't get. Anyway, so that is the last bit of news there. So,
beautiful.
Yay!
I want that.
Hooray for news!
A bunch of good stuff.
I really hope that happens. Danny DeVito is amazing.
Yeah. And definitely, I'm gonna be checking out that Bayonetta and Corn
DLC
that's coming out.
We got to get a updated hands-on analysis from you once
and then
my
Wii will be totally tournament ready.
Yeah, that's the stuff. Yeah. Oh, that's right, because you'll have everything and everyone.
Everything.
That's the stuff. All right, so last segment of the day. In honor of a buddy of mine back in California, we grew up together. One of the coolest things he used to do is he was one of the most creative people I know. His name's Aaron. He always used to do he'd always ask us these questions: who would win in a fight? And then he would give us really obscure characters or really funny characters, and then we'd have to just have this big discussion on who would win and why. So they've done it a bunch on MultiTap back when Aaron was on the podcast.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure if they've done it since Aaron left the podcast, but anyway, yeah, I figured we could just for funsies give it a try.
Okay.
So, what's your first who would win in a fight, man?
So my first is actually this would be really cool. I put James Bond versus Sam Fisher.
Okay.
Because they're both kind of like the same like spy kind of guy. They have like different styles. I thought that'd be like the coolest thing.
That is awesome.
I don't really have much more than that because like it's kind of self-explanatory.
Yeah.
But it would be like two little like super spy guys. Because I'm a huge James Bond fan, and I like Splinter Cell. Stealth games are like I think my favorite genre of games. All in all, like I love stealth games. So like I love Splinter Cell and love James Bond. I'd be like, I want to see. But whenever I think of James Bond, I'm thinking of like GoldenEye or James Bond with all the gadgets.
Okay.
Something like Pierce Brosnan fighting Sam Fisher. That'd be cool.
See, here's my thing. I still think James Bond would take it.
Okay.
Personally,
I don't know.
I like Sam Fisher a lot, but I mean,
I think it depends on the location and like how much prep time they have.
Sure.
And, like so, I don't know.
But that's interesting.
I think that'd be interesting.
Yeah, for sure. I picked James Bond for the winner.
Okay.
Who do you pick?
I call it tie.
Tie? Okay.
Like
so
like a Mexican standoff. I think it would be a tie.
And they just kind of like
And
congratulate each other and have a beer afterwards?
That or they both killed each other.
Oh, I see.
So they're both like they both have C4 around the corner, like like oh.
Okay, cool.
But I think I might lean a bit more toward James Bond, just
Sure.
because he has more
gadgetry.
gadgets available to him. But then again, you have Sam Fisher as like EMPs and stuff. He
Sure.
can totally like disable all that.
But James Bond is also like really clever, like
Yeah.
super duper clever as well.
Also, Sam Fisher, it's like they're like the same person.
Just
it's
like
really
one's
hard.
more gritty and one's more suave.
Well, then you could go to like Daniel Craig, and then they're just the same person.
Yeah.
They're like the more gritty.
Well, I don't know if you saw Spectre, but Daniel Craig is a lot more classic,
Is he?
suave Bond.
I
in
saw
that.
it.
I mean, he's still brutal during like the
Oh,
brutal scenes, but like he's more James Bond in that movie than he is in like Casino Royale or Quantum of Solace.
Spectre's so good.
I love that movie.
Like it's so good. So is Skyfall, and I think he's doing one more. And
I hope he does at least one more.
Yeah,
He's got it in him.
Yeah, I think he can do it.
All right,
You know he has a fear of handguns,
that's awesome.
and he's
James
just Bond.
using up them handguns.
Anyway,
All right.
so give me one of yours, Brian.
All right. So, I thought this was interesting. Duke Nukem
Okay.
versus Turok the Dinosaur Hunter.
Oh yeah.
Tell me that wouldn't be a brutal fight, man.
Okay. Okay. Oh. I have to go with Turok.
Here's the location. Here's
Okay,
the location
all right.
I'm going to give you.
Okay.
Picture a post-apocalyptic city. Because Duke Nukem is very city-based.
Yeah,
Turok
yeah.
is very jungle-based.
Well, there's some jungle. There's some city levels in Turok.
I'm talking about the original Turok.
Okay. You're talking about that Turok.
Yes. Now picture like a post-apocalyptic war-torn city
Okay.
that has been like overrun with green, and like so it's more of like a jungle type city. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like people haven't
like
lived there in forever.
Tokyo jungle kind of thing.
So yeah, it's a place where like they both would have advantages.
Okay. Even playing ground.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What do you think?
Turok.
You still think Turok?
Turok's weapons are so ridiculous.
That is true.
Like,
But so are Duke's.
Duke Nukem has some cool stuff. Like he has those mini rockets and like the Ripper and like all these cool stuff. But like, you have to keep in mind, Turok has that staff gun or whatever it is. We have to collect 3 pieces, and it just kills the final boss in 2 hits. And that boss takes like 1 billion bullets otherwise. So it's just a nuke, which is awesome. But like, you could argue that I don't know, Duke Nukem has a shrink ray and like freeze gun and all that. So it's like
Duke Nukem's also got a jetpack.
yeah. But I mean, I'll give it. I think a Turok would take.
Still give it to Turok.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. What about you, man?
I'd probably give it to Turok also.
Okay.
I feel like Duke would probably take it less serious. Turok would just be like, I am Turok.
Duke.
I feel like even amongst all the firepower, Turok would probably finish him off with that little like bone knife claw thing that he has.
He swings like reverse like that. All right, no one can see that. I'm like swinging like outward. He has a reverse. It's so dumb looking. I'm like, there's no force.
In
behind
Turok
that.
2, he just swipes.
He just has like a claw thing.
Like that's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Oh, but you're saying Turok 1 though.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
So he had the
So,
knife
I
and
failed.
tech arrows. Come on, dude.
Yeah. All right. So Turok wins that one.
Okay. So I had Ness versus Zelda because they're both
Zelda.
Zelda. Like I'm thinking like
like
we'll
magic
go
ruler.
like Twilight Princess Zelda where she has like her powers.
Mhm.
But Ness also. So I was thinking because they both have like one hit. I would call one hit kill moves because Zelda has like light arrows,
Okay.
but Ness has PK.
Everything.
Well, no, I'm going Earthbound Ness, not
Okay.
Smash Ness, where he has like PK Rocking Omega, or it's PK Love in Japan, but I always named it PK Metal because like, what's your favorite thing? I was like, I like metal. First I did anime, I was like PK Anime. I was like, it's not gonna work. So I always call it PK Metal because it sounds cool. But
Okay.
PK, but it's rivaling like PK Starstorm. It's kind of like the same move, just like different. Yeah, but then like the light arrows of Zelda are like one hit kill moves in Zelda or the games. So like I think it'd be because they're both like magic based or like they both have like spells like fire.
Sure.
I think that'd be interesting. But I'm thinking like playing field. I'll just do like an open field. We'll just do something really basic,
Okay.
like an open field.
Just
where
like Hyrule Field.
yeah, Hyrule Field. That's fine.
I mean, it doesn't really give Zelda any type
Yeah,
of advantage.
it doesn't
just
give
being in her
Ness any
home
advantage either.
turf. Yeah, that's
So.
what I'm saying. So,
It's just a bunch of grass.
I'm actually not as familiar with Ness as I am with Zelda.
Okay.
So I'd probably just have to give it to Zelda
Okay.
out of default.
Okay. I think I'd have to go with Ness, because I'm trying to think. Because they wouldn't get summons. Because Zelda could like just summon the Hyrule gods and
Gotcha.
destroy them, but Ness could also summon like his friends who are all ridiculously powerful.
Gotcha.
Or but like so I'm thinking. I think I would give it to Ness because Ness has a PSI magnet, which it steals the psychic points or whatever they're called.
Okay.
So it just steals mana from Zelda. I think eventually that will just ebb Zelda's power away. So I think I'd give it to Ness.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Cool. I like it.
cool. All right, what you got for me, buddy?
All right, last one here. This is 2-on-2. It's a tag team.
Like
fight.
tag team?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ken and Ryu
Ooh.
versus Liu Kang and Kung Lao.
Oh, that's hard.
Now, all bets are off. Okay, so like, this is like, Ken and Ryu know this is a fight for their life, so they're going to fight for their life. They're not going to be all like, I am honor and I will kick you until you are incapacitated. Like, they're gonna kill Liu Kang and Kung Lao if they have
Gotcha.
to. Is what I'm saying.
So I'm giving it to Ken and Ryu.
Gonna give it to Ken and Ryu.
Because Ryu has all those like sweet dark powers and can just become evil Ryu and just like
This is just Ken and Ryu.
Ken and Ryu.
I'm not talking about evil Ryu
Okay.
or evil Ryu and like violent Ken
or like any of his like
the-
form changes or
no,
whatever.
this is just Ken and
okay,
Ryu
so
versus.
we're talking like Street Fighter 2, Ken and Ryu.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's say like Street Fighter 4.
Okay, well, okay.
Same thing, just I guess a little more powerful.
Okay, but no like overpowered like special moves.
No,
well, not special moves, but like you know what I mean. Like, okay. Oh, that'd be tough. I think I'd still give it to Ken and Ryu though.
Yeah.
Like it's just hard. Like I know, it's weird because Liu Kang has like all the stuff that Ken and Ryu has. Like he could probably do Shoryukens. He has the Dragon's Fire thing, so he could, which Shoryuken literally means Dragon Punch. So if he can do the Dragon Punch and he can throw fireballs.
Plus, he's got the bicycle kick.
Oh, but then Kung Lao has the teleport.
Kung Lao has the teleport. He
So-
also has the hat manipulation and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
And
And all four of them are like insane martial artists.
yeah. So like I think it'd be down to just special moves at that point.
Sure.
Because like we'll just say they're all matched on martial artists. So it have to be I don't want to say gimmicky, but like it would have to be go down to like special moves. Be like, all right, well Tatsumaki will beat out Liu Kang's fireball and Kung Lao's hat throw. So like we'll have to put that into effect. I don't know. It's hard.
Personally, I would give it to Kung Lao and Liu Kang.
Okay.
Because even if Ken and Ryu knew that they were fighting for their lives, like the world and environment that Kung Lao and Liu Kang have grown up in, or like, have been in
Gotcha.
is very dark and it's very brutal and grisly.
Gotcha.
And so they know what it means to go all out to defeat an opponent and kill them and this, that, and the other. So
I'm gonna have to go with Ken and Ryu.
okay.
As I've said 3 times.
Yep.
But
Wait. Who'd you pick?
Ken and Ryu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. One more time.
Ken and Ryu. What?
I love you, Connor. I just wanted to make you repeat yourself a bunch. Okay.
Okay, thanks. Thanks, Brian.
That was awesome. Cool. So that's who would win. We agreed on 2.
2. I just want to think of one real quick. All right, I'll say one, you say one.
Character?
Character. All right, or Cloud. Cloud's me.
Okay, Cloud versus
Come on.
Hagar.
Hagar?
Yes.
Ooh. Oh, no. All right, so what do we get? We get like city streets?
Yes.
Okay.
Winner, Cloud.
I'd be like, Omni Slash, dead. Okay.
He's like, but I've got my leather strap going across
He's
my
like,
chest.
but I got this pipe, though. Does that work?
Sweet. That was the tiebreaker. All right.
Moving on.
So that brings us to the end of episode 4.
Yeah, we did it.
So exciting. That was fun.
Yeah,
that was actually a really fun episode. I was worried I wasn't going to be able to make it because I've been deathly ill all weekend.
Been dying.
So today I actually felt decent enough to sit up and talk into the microphone. So
yeah. He's actually we actually just propped him up like he's still in his bed.
I'm just being hung up with fishing wire. It's like, it's no problem.
It's really funny looking.
Digging into my skin though.
Yeah, just a little bit.
So once again, if you have not checked them out yet, please go check out my friends over at MultiTap Podcast. Really awesome guys and gal. Their podcast is always a lot of fun. It's a longer podcast, so it's great for listening while you're at work. I love listening to their episodes back to back when I'm there, so give them some love. Their links are in the description below, so we made it real easy for you.
Be lazy. Follow those links.
Go check out our buddies Defense and Kester over at Flock of Geeks Gaming.
Yeah.
I think their most recent episode 5, they did their top 10 best or favorite NES games. It was really fun to listen to, so give them some love as well. Their links are also in our description.
Cool.
And that's it for plugs from me, man.
All right, so if you guys want to send us questions, you can send it to us at dragonpowerpodcast@gmail.com. What was that, Brian?
That is dragonpowerpodcast@gmail.com.
What was that, Brian?
That is dragonpowerpodcast@gmail.com.
What was that, Brian?
You're doing that Brian? Thing.
Yeah,
hey,
the thing you did to me.
You're a meanie.
Yeah. How's it feel?
I don't like it.
But yeah, dragonpowerpodcast@gmail.com if you didn't catch that the first 5 times. And then if you want to follow us on Twitter, it's DragonPowercast at DragonPowercast. That's run by me, and I'll have Brian sub in every once in a while. And we have a Facebook page. It's Dragon Power Podcast, right?
Yep, Facebook.com/Dragon Power Podcast.
Follow us for that. That's about it. That's all I got.
Perfect, man. Well, This was fun. We'll see y'all next Monday. Thanks for listening.
Bye.